Hello my friends, in this video I'll be taking a look at some of the symbolism present in Arianna Grande's new video entitled God is a Woman. Today, all mainstream music videos seem to have one thing in common. They are not so creative, as in they don't have a story. It's just a bunch of scenes with certain themes that they just switch around, and in this case there are only 14 scenes, so basically 14 pictures, like going through a museum of trash. Unfortunately, the trash presented in the mainstream entertainment is built by some people with certain clear agendas. In this case, to divide us and make us hate each other, even if there is no reason to do so. They play on our feelings, they trigger us. In the case of videos like mine, there will be people who will say that we are all morons for inventing meanings because the lyrics of the song are just about sex, about her opening herself up to give some high-level sex to some guy, sex that will be so good that he will end up thinking that God is a woman. I get it, you need 2 brain cells to understand this meaning, but for me, there is more than that. There are certain pictures here that do small shoutouts to the Roman Empire or to the all-seeing eye of the Illuminati, for example. Throughout the history of art, pictures have been made to send a message. Analyze its elements and you will understand what the whole picture is about. Let me explain. What is the best way to explain it in 2018? I guess memes are something everyone understands. There is a particular species of memes that are very abstract in nature. You cannot understand them unless you know the symbolism source that lays behind. Look at this one, for example. Do you get it? Hey, maybe if you look at this one. Or this one. How about now? It's not about what is happening in the meme, but about the lines that can be understood only by those who know about the lines. Everyone else will try to find meaning where there is no meaning, while only the enlightened ones will truly get it. Now let's say that after seeing 10 or more of this same meme with the same line representation, someone will come and will say, "There are no lines. You guys are just promoting fake news and conspiracy theories." Who would be right in that case? Well, it's the same with us when we point out that there's Illuminati symbolism in entertainment. We see the patterns, and at this point they are getting very repetitive and boring, to be honest, just like a washed up meme. Now, it doesn't make you any smarter or super awoken master to be able to see these things, but it does help you to see what the maker of the material wants to transmit. Sort of. Only the parable maker knows what truly the parable means. We can only speculate. So onward with the speculation. I apologize for having to use stupid screenshots, but at the moment YouTube's law doesn't allow me to use footage from a mainstream music video, not even for fair use purposes such as review and criticism. So as I was saying, in a fully controlled world, even our reactions are calculated. Videos like these are done to provoke and to get a clear reaction that I think is all part of the planned duality, opposing pillars with controlled heads. I've been noticing a feminist trend going on in entertainment recently, in games, movies and music. It's basically a forced way of promoting woman empowerment to the point where it gets pretty damn annoying. From the all-female Ghostbusters release, to playing in the front lines of World War II as a woman, to demasculinizing loved TV shows, to this scene from Wolfenstein 2. It's all an exaggeration that is made, I believe, to generate reactions from people like myself, so then we can be labeled as misogynist haters and removed from all platforms. What is hilarious is no matter how much you pander to feminists, they are still not satisfied, like the case with Wonder Woman. The feminists criticized the team for not adding armpit hair in the picture. I personally think women should be able to grow hair wherever they want. It's natural. But Wonder Woman is a comic book character designed in a specific way, so why protest a movie who is accurately depicting a comic book? Listen, feminism today is absurd. It's not about women's rights, it's about entertainment nitpicking. So it's my turn to nitpick. Let's discover not only the feminist symbolism in this video, but also the Roman Empire and Illuminati worship that's going on in what is considered just a video about sex. So first of all, we have this title God is a woman, which is obviously a provoking statement in itself. And not because Christians consider God to be a man, no one in the Christian world ever said that God is a man. In fact, God is described as something beyond our understanding, a light so powerful that not even angels can look towards it. Why are we bringing primitive human genders in discussion? Christians will be pissed off for one clear reason. She is putting the creation on top of the creator, which can be considered satanic. So it would have been the exact same reaction from Christians if the title was God is a man. So don't start thinking that Christians are sexist if they react in a negative way towards this video. No one cares that you put woman in the title. But you can already see in the comments of the video brainwashed feminists that say things such as the misogynists are quaking, or I love this, female empowerment, who run the world? Girls. Ladies, we run this shit. Don't ever let a man tell you that you can't do something. You are goddesses, and you keep on shining. Hey listen, I get it. There were times in the past where women were indeed oppressed. But as a society we have evolved together, and we have fixed a lot of the inequalities, so I see no reason to be this angry. In the last century we had a lot of progress, and I think there is room for even more progress, but not if we start hating each other and join extremist ideas that preach hate to the other side. So let's look at some of the actual artwork. In this scene we have Arianna standing up straight with her heels on top of the globe and surrounded by what appears to be a galaxy. What the picture represents is female energy being at the center of the universe or something. She continues on the female symbolism in this next scene where she's bathing naked in the waters of a stylized vagina. But she is exploring her sexuality. Alright, maybe you're right. Maybe she is just a female version of Ukraine superstar Alexander Pistoletov. He's celebrating his penis and she is celebrating vaginas. There is not much difference. Okay, maybe she has a slightly bigger budget and more refined imagery, but it's the same idea. Let us remember that in all this time she keeps repeating that God is a woman, and that is where the criticism stands with me. You need both energies to create life. You can't celebrate life just with Alexander Pistoletov or the vagina. You need both. And let me repeat that God has no gender. In the next scene there are some men that shout things at her. She is a giant sitting on top of a cube. This can represent how she sees herself as bigger than men or other people that criticize her. The cube can be a symbol for knowledge. She has the knowledge, she is in a thinking position, so she cannot be denied. She is a giant Nephilim, not a puny human like us. She maybe wants to do a shout out to the fallen angels, which in the book of Enoch, it is said that they taught man about magic, astrology, and technology, specifically war technology. This idea is not far-fetched when you see the next scene, where she becomes a multi-headed beast. These three dog heads are directly inspired from Greek mythology, specifically Cerberus, often called the Hound of Hades, the monstrous multi-headed dog that guards the gates of the underworld to prevent the dead from escaping. This scene, I think, is referring to the Earth goddesses. Earth goddesses are often associated with the chthonic deities of the underworld. Ki and Ninhursag are Mesopotamian earth goddesses. For example, this depiction of Ninhursag really looks similar to the previous scene of Arianna's video. In Greek mythology, the earth is personified as Gaia, corresponding to Roman Terra, traced to an earth mother complementary to the sky father in Proto-Indo-European religion. Egyptian mythology exceptionally has a sky goddess and an earth god. And what I found interesting is the symbol for the sky goddess. She was seen as a star-covered nude woman arching over the earth. Kind of looks like Arianna's scene. We've got stars, woman, earth. I think this all could probably represent matriarchal control over the world, since she is also manipulating the earth's weather with her hands. Maybe this is also related to the weather modification projects, geoengineering, and HARP. In the next scene she is pregnant. But pregnant with what? Hey, maybe the next picture has the answer. In the video the music just stops and we see this barren land with gophers getting out of the ground and screaming. The barren land was actually where the demons were cast out by God, according to a scene in the Bible, so maybe that's what is getting born, demons getting out and escaping from the barren land to establish the New World Order. Now, I'm not saying that Arianna Grande is going to give birth to the Antichrist or something, but this is all just metaphors and symbols that speak of something which not even she understands. I'm also not saying she's part of the Illuminati. What I'm saying is these artists are just puppets and probably have no idea what their own videos represent. Like in this next scene. If you're an ignorant to art and history, you'll probably not know what this is and just think it's some cool imagery. Probably most of Arianna's fans have no idea what this is representing. It's actually a very specific piece of art of Roman Empire origin. This is the Capitoline wolf and represents the she-wolf who saved the lives of Romulus and Remus, the founders of the Roman Empire, according to the legends. This she-wolf cared for them when they were casted out to die as children. The only reason why I know about this is that there is such a statue in Bucharest, the capital of Romania, the country where I live. But hey, if not for this, maybe I would have also been an ignorant to what this imagery represents. Benito Mussolini also happened to promote this symbol and give a bunch of these statues to other countries when himself wanted to be seen as the founder of the new Rome. A very fascist Rome. So does this symbol being used in this video means that someone is creating a new Rome? A new world order? I don't think it's far-fetched to say this, because the next picture has her in the middle of a triangle. Now, I don't know about you, but this symbol looks quite Illuminati to me. All-seeing eye, there's a big light behind her in the center of the triangle. I've seen this symbol used recently also in a movie called Tau, which if you watch it has this transhumanism, man just being a sum of recorded memories, no different than a machine. It's celebrating the AI and putting it on top of humans as the next evolutionary step. There's also this other movie, 2036 Origin Unknown, where the destruction of humanity is basically celebrated to make way for the construction of a new world dictated by this black goo fused in with a woman. Again, fallen angel and Nephilim symbology. But going back to Arianna's music video, in this next scene we have a dome of light, which I think represents God's creation, and her throwing the hammer at it represents the destruction of it. Before this act, she actually says some words from the Bible, specifically from Ezekiel 25:17, but she's reversing the words brothers with sisters, to again signal this female domination thing. The words are actually not said by her, but by Madonna, the queen of Illuminati ritual performers. It is her voice that you hear in that scene. It is said that Satan likes to reverse the words of God and turn his creation upside down. It's funny that the scene happens at around the 2 minute and 23 seconds mark, which could be a shout out to 322, the number of the Skull and Bones Secret Society. So then the glass breaks and I guess the old system is replaced with a matriarchy, as can be deduced by interpreting the symbol with the spread legs from the background, thus underlining the female energy once again. It could be this, or it could be the New World Order system, the Beast system. We even see Arianna's eyes being replaced with beast eyes in the next frames, and then we see everyone worshipping her in this very cultist looking scene. When I see things like this, it makes me wonder how come they are seen as normal, rational people, and we, who criticize their cultist behavior, are demonetized and having our content stopped from having any significant reach. We are the ones considered the crazy conspiracy theorist cultists, but hey, that's a different discussion. Point is, I don't want weird rituals being done in an occult way in entertainment. I don't think left-hand path black magic satanism is cool, I don't think worshipping the Roman Empire is in my interests, and I don't think I agree with the 2018 version of feminism, which acts very much like a cult. Why is this piece of cultist nonsense appreciated as fine art today? This is beyond my capabilities of understanding. Unless, well, Unless there is a giant conspiracy where all this behavior is part of the plan, and all these scenes are part of a ritual that the puppet masters of this world are performing. Really, what is the difference between these artists today? They all look like copies of each other, the videos are the same, the symbols, the imagery, the style, it's all the same. Whether you say Arianna Grande, or Rihanna, or Katy Perry, there is no difference. It all seems to be a part of the same ritual, and the diversity is only an illusion. So that way, if one of these artists collapses and wants to tell the truth, it can be easily removed and replaced by some other clone, and the world will not be able to tell the difference. Alright, so to wrap this up, I have two more scenes. There is this scene with a lighthouse. A lighthouse is tall and is a giver of, well, obviously light, so it therefore can be considered a symbol of enlightenment and knowledge. But what kind of knowledge do they want to impart on us? I think it's pretty clear from the previous imagery, and also clear from the last scene, directly inspired from Michelangelo's The Creation of Adam from the Sistine Chapel ceiling. Of course, with the roles reversed once again, and with Arianna posing herself as God, and Adam being a black woman. The system is turned, and the Matriarchy is coming, or the New Rome, or the Beast New World Order system. So just take your pick. Either way, it's pretty Illuminati confirmed. They've really outdone themselves this time. I think that even a hardcore skeptic could not deny that this video has clear occult elements and messages to it of satanic nature. Even if you don't believe in this stuff, I think it's important to acknowledge that there are some people there with crazy beliefs that kind of want to implement them in a secretive way in the art that people consume. So that's about it with my interpretation. It is my pleasure to listen to horrible mainstream music and decode the videos for you guys. Let me know if you have anything to add to the interpretations in the comments. Oh, and share the video. YouTube is killing my reach and people with similar videos to mine. And so the only remaining solution for the spread of these videos remains the manual sharing from you guys. Once again, thanks for watching, I hope you have a nice day, and see you in the next video.